Good afternoon. Today we will talk about the switch, and my team is made up of Fatima, Enrique, Calcanas, Ramiro, and me. Well, in the first place, we I talk about the history of switch. The first switch was created by William Sturgeon on 1822 in United States. This was invented due to the technological advance that was taking place, and because of this, it was necessary to link the information that each computer had. One of these ways was through the switch. Instead of instead of moving from server to server, people would only have to enter a computer and see the information that exists in the rest of the computers within the network. Okay, my next partner continue with the other part.
Switch of the part. 1. The cover is responsible for protecting the internal circuits and giving the product aesthetic. 2. LAN 1 port used to interconnect with the other switches of network device. LAN port 2 allow interconnection the rest of the device network. 4. PoE LAN ports allow the various devices compatible with PoE technology to be interconnected. 5. RG 40, 45 for administration allow direct connection of the switch with the computer equipment in the order that has the command console and which was configured in the certain special parameters. The port is only present on the manual side switch. 6. Connection interface. Generally, the switches have a considerable number of the interface between 24 and 48 interface. The interface was configured to provide a speed of the 10 Mbps, 100 or 1 Gbps. There are connections directly to the computer hubs or the switch using twist port cable with RG 445 connectors. 7. Fan. Expel hot air from inside the switch. 8. AC connector. Receives current from the electrical network. Is installed.
Internal memories of the switch, like routers, Cisco switches, have several types of memory. Memory RAM. Volatile, stores the instructions and data to be executed by the CPU, include the operating systems, which is copied at switch startup, the running configuration file, and the address table MAC. It also has a buffer where they temporarily save the frames to be retransmitted. Memory ROM. Permanent storage memory that stores data and software that is part of the firmware, such as bootstrap instruction for initial switch boot, post, and a very basic version of operating system to proceed to your root if not other is found. Memory flash. Store the correct version of the operating system which will be loaded into RAM memory in the boot process, as well as the configuration data file config.txt. And finally, memory NUV RAM. Store the startup configuration file.
The basic function of the switch is to join or connect devices on a network. It's important to be clear that a switch doesn't provide connectivity with other networks by itself, and obviously it doesn't provide connectivity to the internet either. For this you need a router, but the switch can be used on different devices, for example, share files. One computer on the network enables by file sharing. Another computers can access those files over the network. The shared printers. All computers on the network can use the same printer. Share the internet connection. All computers can access the internet through access router which is connected to the network. To connect multiple computers in office and companies. Many office and businesses like ours require those types of elements, usually when they need to connect several computers to the main router in a direct way. Connected homes. More and more private clients come that your router doesn't cover you with all the connections you have at home. The new smart TV that had been bought, the children's console, the work computer, the reform of the block that has been modernized with the new video intercoms. We live in a hyper-connected homes, and the trend is on the rise. For this reason, these types of articles are becoming big products of our daily lives, and soon they will be as common to see in homes as power strips and diodes.
High-speed interface switches usually incorporate one or more uplink ports, higher speed than the rest of the interface and intended for the connection with routers, servers, and other switches. The ports were configured to be 1 gigabit per second on switches with 100 megabits per second connection interface and 10 gigabits per second on switches with 1 gigabit connection interface. Interface for switch management. Switches usually include two ports for management, the console port and the Ethernet management port. Both use an RJ45 connector. The console port requires the use of an RJ45 to TV9 rollover cable for connection to a computer and subsequent switches management. The Ethernet management port can be connected to a PC directly with a UTP twisted pair cable with RJ45 connectors on both ends. Some switches include a USB port through which to manage backup copies of your operating system files.
Thanks for watching the video. See you the next time. Bye.